Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm still kind of recovering from the Damian Lillard news that came out earlier today, going to the Bucks. But let's get back on track a little bit with a little season preview video. And today I want to talk about the team that I kind of have the least clear vision going into the season on. I think they could either be, a Western Conference contender in the Western Conference Finals, maybe making a finals appearance, maybe, probably not. Or like they could be in the play-in, fighting to even make the playoffs. And that just happens to be my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks. Maybe a weird place to start, but I want to start with a guy who I think is kind of the odd man out on the roster at this point, and that's Tim Hardaway Jr. He got that big contract a few years ago after having a pretty good year, and I really liked him at the time. But at this point, it just feels like there's not really any room for him. I don't think he's going to get substantial minutes. I feel like a lot of time he would get is either going to Seth Curry or Jaden Hardy going into the future. But yeah, there's a lot of variance from season to season on Tim Hardaway's play on the court. So I think it's possible that he could find himself playing himself back into the rotation. I definitely wouldn't say it's not possible. But what I think is going to happen is that I think he's probably going to find himself falling out of the rotation. And, maybe he'll even be like a salary throw-in for a trade that happens. The only thing about that is that if they're making a trade where they're throwing in Tim Hardaway, that would probably mean that probably Josh Green and Jaden Hardy, one of them or both of them, are probably getting thrown into. And I don't love that. I like those guys. But, if it's the right trade, then, can't complain, right? But that being said, let's talk about those two guys, Josh Green and Jaden Hardy. They're two of the young guys that the Mavericks have actually drafted that feel like they might have a future on the team. Josh Green, definitely. He's a good off-ball offensive guy. He fits in, can get some buckets in the flow of the offense, and he's good on defense. A lot of people are like, oh, DFS is gone, Dorian Finney-Smith, but we still have Josh Green. I don't know if he's as good on defense as Dorian Finney-Smith, but he's definitely a good defender. And, I'm excited to see if he can take some steps forward on offense this year. I think he's a solid future piece for the Dallas Mavericks. Jaden Hardy, I have a little more question marks about. I think he's a good shot creator. I think when he got some time to show what he can do near the end of last season, he showed out pretty good. And he seems like he definitely has a place on this team. He's not going to be starting. He might fit in as like a six-man who kind of comes in, gets some buckets, can run the offense a little bit. But that's fine. You can always use a player like that. But yeah, overall, those are two players I like. A lot of people throw them into a lot of hypothetical trades. Personally, I'd like to see them stay on the team, but that's just my opinion on it. Going into some of the free agents they got Grant Williams, who's a good perimeter defender. He can shoot threes at a pretty good percentage. He only shoots like 3, maybe 4 a game. But, he shoots them at a pretty good percentage, good perimeter defender. And he's a pretty thick guy, pretty bulky guy. So he can guard some bigger guys on the block without getting pushed around. Even though he's only 6'6". Only 6'6". I'm like 5'10". But, for the NBA, he's only 6'6". They also went out and got Derrick Jones Jr., who's kind of just like a solid NBA player. He's not going to win you any games, but he's not going to lose you any games. He's just the kind of guy who goes out there and you're like, yeah, Derrick Jones Jr. is definitely a basketball player. And he's going to throw down some crazy highlight dunks, so that's always a plus, right? They went out and signed Seth Curry, who I think they never should have traded away in the first place. At the time, I didn't hate the trade. I was a little bit higher on Josh Richardson than I should have been. But I still liked Seth Curry at the time, too. And watching him play on the Sixers in Brooklyn, every time I saw him play, all I could think about is, I wish we still had this guy in Dallas. He's perfect to play along Luka. And to have Kyrie as he's the perfect guy to have as a kick-out shooter. And he can handle the ball a little bit when needed. So God forbid, Kyrie goes out for a little bit of time. Seth Curry can fill in, handle the ball a little bit. Same with Jaden Hardy. But yeah. Where the defense really has a lot of question marks is at the center position. We got Derek Lively Jr. in the draft. You know, he seems like he'll be a good defensive center and a good rim runner. But depending on a rookie center to be your anchor on defense, that might not be the most reliable thing. But we'll see. Rashawn Holmes, they traded for Rashawn Holmes. You know, historically he's been a good, solid backup center. I don't know how he'll be as a starting center necessarily. You know, he's shown at times where he's had successful stints as a starter, but overall, I don't think he's really a reliable option to anchor a defense. But, you know, he might show that he is the most solid option the Mavericks have. You still have Dwight Powell and Maxi Kleber. Maxi Kleber doesn't feel like a center. Dude does not rebound. Even though he's a pretty good perimeter defender and solid inside. He's not swatting shots, but, you know, he's solid inside. So Maxi Kleber is a good defender. Dwight Powell, the most tenured player on the Mavericks. You know, it just seems like he'll always be there. He's always playing solid defense. You know, you kind of wish he'd rebound a little bit more, I feel like. But he doesn't. He only plays like 20-something minutes a game, so he seems to rebound fine. But, you know, he's definitely a solid option, you know. But, so the center's a little bit of a question mark. So really what the Maverick season is going to come down to is, can they have a defense around like 15th in the league, maybe top 15, but like in the 10 to 15 range. If they can have a defense right there with their offense, you know, they could be a contending team easily. Allegedly, Jason Kidd is a defensive-minded coach. Sure didn't look like that last year, but we'll see. Give him another chance to work with this team. You know, Luka's unstoppable. Luka might be winning an MVP if the Mavericks do good this year. Probably not, you know. I feel like this is another Jokic MVP year, but you can never count Luka out. Luka's always one of the guys who could be winning an MVP. He's just on another level. Just let me see if I forgot to mention anyone. Oh yeah, Dante Exum. The Mavericks signed Dante Exum, who's been out of the league for a while now, I feel like. But allegedly, according to people, he's really turned it around in the Australian League, and he's looking really good, allegedly. So we'll see if that means anything in the NBA. Hopefully it does, for me. But, you know, I'm definitely not counting on that. Markieff Morris is on the team. Sure, whatever. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone else really worth a note. But overall, Dallas is definitely going to have a good offense. There's no question about that. The real question is, can their defense be good enough? And I'm not sure. Personally, I hope it is. If Derek Lively can do some things, Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber filling in, you know, Luka can be fine. Luka is fine on defense. Luka's not a bad defender. Kyrie at times is fine. Other times he's really bad. Josh Green, I think they can be a solid enough defense. I think Dallas can be like a top 4 seed in the West. I think they can. I think they have the capability to do that. I think last year will prove to be a down year, and they'll get back to the things they were doing prior, where they were making the Western Conference Finals, where they were, you know, making the playoffs, and Luka was doing all these crazy things against the Clippers. I think they'll get back to doing that. But yeah, so I could see them winning, you know, 50 games, maybe even a little more, maybe a little less, but, you know, I see them being third. I'm gonna say they're gonna be the 3rd seed. That's a little bit of bias on my part. I'm a Dallas fan. But yeah, obviously things could go wrong. The defense could be terrible, and they could find themselves battling in the play-in. Let me know what you think about Dallas's chances in the comments below. Maybe like the video if you liked it. Consider subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, before I forget, Max Prosper, the other rookie that they got in the draft. Seems like he'll be a solid perimeter defender. So, do with that what you will. He could be all right.